Hi, my fourth graders, welcome back. This is lesson 5.7, divide multi-digit numbers by one-digit numbers. Our learning target is to divide multi-digit numbers by one-digit numbers. We are going to use what? Yes, long division. Even though they ask us to use a model to divide, draw each model, not necessarily. Okay, so we are going to go directly into our long division strategy. Okay, so do you remember last lesson I was telling you to memorize what? Or remember M, S, B, R, right? It's what? Multiply, subtract, bring it down, repeat. Multiply, subtract, bring it down, repeat. Okay, we are going to just repeat this steps, multiply, subtract, and bring it down. We are going to find the quotient and um, the remainders. Okay, so I'm going to show you. Instead of using this model, let's try 348. We are going to rewrite this into this format, right? 3, because it's easier for us to remember what this division is. Yes, inverse operation of multiplication. So always I ask you to do what? 3 times. Put the times mark in here, okay? Time mark here. And then compare this first digit or two digits. If this first digit is less than this divisor, so this divisor cannot fit into this first digit, you have to work with this two digit. Okay, remember? Yes, but fortunately here, this 3 can fit into 3 first digit by 1. Make sense? So we multiply 3 times 1, and we are going to write down the product. 3 times 1 is what? 3. And our second step is what? Subtract. Okay, and then nothing on hundredths place, but then we need to bring it down this next digit, which is 4 in here. So now compare. This divisor 3 can fit into 4. Yes. How many times? One time. So let's do again. This is repeating, right? So multiply. 3 times 1 is what? 3 again. And then subtract, which is what? 1. And next step is what? Bring it down. Bring the last digit. And it becomes what? 18. All right? So now 3 times 1 makes 18. Yes, 6. 3 times 6 is 18. Subtract, nothing left over. So the answer is what? 116. If you want to check your answer, you need to go backward, which is what? 116 times 3. Okay, check if you have 348. If you got 348 as a product, your answer is correct. Okay, so we'll see. 6 times 3 is what? 18, carry 1 up. 3 times 1 is 3. 3 plus 1 is 4. 3 times 1 is 3. 348. I'm not going to check all the answers, okay, in this lesson, but if you want to practice and if you are not sure if your quotient is reasonable or correct, you always go and check by what? Multiplying the divisor and the quotient. And you are going to get what? Yes, this dividend. All right, so let's move on to this next question. I'm going to rewrite this as what? 148 divided by 3. So remember MSBR. Multiply, subtract, bring it down, repeat. Okay, so I mean, yeah, you're getting tired of it, I guess, because I've been talking this to you so many times, but this is really, really important, okay? And if you're not sure about the multiples of this divisor, what did I say? You have to write it down on next, okay? Like this, 3, 6, 9, 12, dot, 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 dot. You can continue until you can find the closest, okay, closest digit, okay, to these two fours or first or two digits, okay? But usually when this dividend has like this, guys. Here, first digit is only 1, and the divisor is 3, which is you cannot. This divisor cannot fit into this first digit, and you need to work on this what? Two digits. Since you cannot work with this 100 by 3 something. I mean, it's not 100. Sorry. So like 3 times what is gonna go for what I'm saying? Oh no, forget about it. So you know what? remember, when you multiply this divisor and this the first digit of dividend is not greater or equal to this divisor, you need to work with these two digits, okay, together. So now we have nothing to write on this hundredths place because this one, 3 cannot fit into 1. So we are going to work on this one, 2 digits, which is in here, 14. All right, which multiple of divisor, which is 3, is closer to 14 but not greater than 14? Yes, since we know 3 times 4 is 12, because 3 times 5 is what? 15. That's too big. Whoa, you need to bring it down, right? So into what? 12. Now we did multiply, and you need to do the subtract, which is what? Okay, 4 take away 2 is 2, 1 take away 1 is nothing. Okay, and then what is your next step after you subtract? Bring it down. Yes, bring the number next to it. Okay, just one digit each. So now 8. Okay, we have 28. One multiples of 3 is closer to 28, but not greater. Yes, we know 3 times 9 is 27. When you subtract, you have 1, which is nothing to bring it down anymore. So remainder is what? 1. So the quotient is what? 49, remainder 1. You understand? Okay, now explain why the quotient of 148 divided by 3 does not have a digit in the hundredths place. Oh, it's simple because what? The divisor 3 is greater than 1 in the hundredths place. Okay, so divisor 3 is greater than 1 in the hundredths place. So let me write it. 3 is greater than 1 in the hundredths place. All right, you understand? So, you know, we cannot work with this like 3 divided by 100. Okay, so 1. It has to be greater or equal to the divisor. All right, please keep that in your mind when you do division. All right, let's move on. We are going to continue to use long division. Okay, so they are introducing many different stuff, but you know what? Remember, M, S, B, R. Okay, so multiply, subtract, bring it down, repeat. Okay, only you can do it. Okay, you can just bring it down. But here they were asking us to estimate the quotient, which is like 907 turn into 1000 divided by 5. Okay, so we know 5 times 2 makes 10, and how many more zeros we need to add? Yes, 200. Okay, so 2 more zeros. So let's go ahead. This is just reading. Okay, they did everything for us, and this is the same process as we were practicing. This MSBR. Okay, process. Okay, 5, so this first digit, look at this. 5 can fit into 9 by 1, right? 5 times 1 is what? 5. When you subtract, you have 4. And second step is what? Bring this down. Bring this second number down, okay? Which is what? 40. It becomes 40. And 5 times what makes 40 or greater than, not greater than 40, but closest? We know this 40 is what? Yes, 5 times 8. So 5 times 8 is what? 40. And you need to subtract again and repeat the process again and bring it down. Bring the 7 down so it becomes 7. Okay, 5 times 1 is 5. When you subtract, you have 2 left. That's what? Remainder. So remember, 907 divided by 5 is what? 181. Remainder 2. Okay, so because 181 remainder 2 is close to the estimate, the answer is reasonable. Or you can also do what? 181 times 5, and then remainder 2, you need to add this at the end. Okay, so 5 times 1 is what? 5. And 5 times 8 is what? 40. Carry 4 up. 5 times 1 is 5. 5 plus 4 is what? 9. So 9 or 5 plus 2 is what? 907. So you can say what? My quotient is reasonable. All right? Okay, now let's practice more. We are going to use what? Long division. Okay? Then check your answer. I think you don't have enough space in here, so I'm asking you to use your math notebook, okay? But I'm gonna do it in here. So I'm gonna check for the first digit first, okay? So compare this divisor and first digit of the dividend. Fortunately, you can fit this one. This 4 can fit into 5 by 1. 4 times 1 is what? 4. Take away, right? Remember M, S, B, R. Always write it down if you don't want to forget. Okay? Write down on top or any like empty space so you can check your steps. So after multiplication, you did subtract, right? Which is what? 1. And then next step is what? Bring the number next to it down. Okay? Which is what? 13. All right, so please remember to draw this arrow so you don't forget that you worked on that digit, okay? And 4 times 1 is closer to 13 but not greater. Yes, we know 3. 4 times 3 is what? 12. Okay, I'm gonna do the process again, steps. Subtract and then bring it down, which is 1, and carry this 1 down. Bring this down. And 4 cannot fit into 4 can fit into 11 by only 2 because we just know what? 4 times 3 is 12, which is greater than 11. We don't have 12 cookies, right? You have only 11 cookies to divide. All right, so now 4 times 2 is what? 8. Subtract again. 11 take away 8 is what? 3. 3 is less than divisor, which is 4 in here. So that can be what? Remainder. All right. Now let's move on to number 2. This is simple, okay? Just repeat and repeat and repeat over the process, okay? So MSBR, remember. 5 can fit into 7 by what? 1 time, which is 5. Now I'm going to subtract, and which is what? 2. Bring this down, which is 21 now. 5 times 4, I know, is 20. Okay, and then subtract again, and it becomes 1, and bring this down again. Okay, I'm repeating the process as you see, right? And 5 can fit into 18 by only 5. Oh, sorry, 3. Because 5 times 3 is what? 15. And then when you subtract, you have 3. And this down here. Okay, 5 times what makes 30? 6 is 30 minus 30. I don't have any space down here. I cannot write it. Okay, which is what? 0. So there is no remainder. All right, number 3. I think I need more space, but I'm gonna try to write it a little bit smaller. Fortunately, I can fit this 7 into 8 by 1, which is what? 7. Subtract 1, bring this down, 3. Can you see the process? Repeating over again and again, okay? And you are starting with what? The greatest place value first, okay? And 1 digit at a time. And I told you before, if the divisor is greater than the first digit, the number of the first digit in dividend, you need to work with these 2 digits. But here, fortunately, you have enough to fit in, right? So 8 is greater than 7. So I just put this 7 and bring the subtract and then bring this down. And I know 7 times 2 is 14, which is greater than 13. I cannot put that. So I'm still working with what? 7 times 1 is 7. Take away, and which is what? It's gonna be 6. And then I'm going to bring this down, and it's gonna be a 68. So 7 times what is closer to 68 but not greater? Yes, we know 7 times 9 is 63. So it's not greater than 68, right? This 68 take away 63 is what? 5. Now I'm going to bring this down, 55. All right, so what multiples of 7 is closer to 55 but not greater? Yes, we know 7 times 7 is 49. 49 is what? Now you need to see. Okay, you cannot take away 9 from 5, so you are going to give this 10. So 15 take away 9 is what? It becomes 4, by the way. 15 take away 9 is what? 6. And there's nothing to do with this tens place since 4 take away 4 is 0. So 6 is still, yes, less than divisor. You cannot give these 6 cookies into 7 friends, right? So that 6 cookies are whose? Yes, mine. Okay, so remainder is what? 6 cookies. Okay, so please remember the cookies. I think that's the easiest way you think. All right. or pizza slice, but you don't have that many pizza slices. That's so cookies are better, I think. All right, now divide, then check your answer. All right, number 4. From this page, I want you to do it yourself, okay? And then this is same, the process, okay? MSBR, just repeat the process, repeat and repeat and repeat until you have reached 0, nothing remainder, or if you have any remainder is smaller than divisor, then your answer will be reasonable. Okay, if you're not sure, what did I say? Yes, you can always multiply the divisor and the quotient, and then add the remainder if you have any, or if you don't have anything, you don't have to add anything. Then see if your product of divisor and quotient is going to be the dividend. Okay? All right. I'm not going to check everything in here. It takes too long to check for me. But if you're not sure when you have a test or like things that you have to get the right answer, then you can check. Okay? Don't worry about your time. All right. So now number 4. I'm going to check the first digit of dividend first, okay? Please remember, and you need to follow mine as well. All right, 5 can fit into what? Yes, 5 can fit into 6 by 1. Okay, 5 times, where is, okay. 5 times 1 is what? 5. Now, take away 1, bring it down, 3. Okay, now repeat and repeat and repeat it over again. All right, if you get confused, please write it down. M, S, B, R. Okay, we just did subtraction and then bring it down. And then now we are going to repeat. 5 times 1 is close to 13. Okay, 5 times 2 is 10. Take away 3. Bring this number down now. It's going to be 38. And 5 times 7, I know, is 35. Take away 3. Bring the last digit down. And I know 5 times 6 is what? 30. Then you take away 1, sorry, remainder. So 1,276, remainder 1. All right, check this first digit of dividend and see this divisor can fit into there. Yes, fortunately, 3 times 1 is 3, it can fit in. Take away 1. Now I'm going to bring this number down, which is 16, and 3 times 5 is making 15. Take away 1. Bring this down, 10. Okay, so 3 times 3 is what? 9, we know. Take away 1. Bring this last digit down is 5. Now we know again, 5 times 3. 3 times 5 is what? 15. All right, move on. First digit, divisor, compare. Yes, it can fit. 6 times 1, right, is 6. Take away 2, 2. We know 6 times 4 is 24, so we don't have any, we have only 22 cookies, right? Not 24. So we need to go for what? 18. 6 times 3 is what? 18. When you take away, you cannot take away 8 from 2. So 12 take away 8 is what? 4. And it becomes 1. 1 take away 1 is 0. So, okay. Bring this number down. Okay, we know the closest one is what? 6 times? Yes, 6, which is 36. Take away 4. And you have 4 cookies left over, but that's not enough for friends, right? So that will be mine. That's what? Remainder 4. Let's move on. Number 7. Compare this first digit. Okay, fortunately, you can fit into what? Yes, 6 can fit into 7 by 1. Take away 1. Bring this down. 6 times 1 is 6. Take away 4. Bring this 3 down. Okay, we know 6 times 7 is what? 42. That's the closest one, okay? And then we can subtract, bring it down. And we know 6 times 3 is what? 18. Take away 1. Okay, so if I'm doing too fast, maybe you can just rewind again and then repeat again. Okay, repeat, watch it over again. But this part, as you know, this is your individual practice part, okay? But then every question when you finish, please check with my answer. And if you made mistake, please figure it out. What was it? And then try not to make the same mistake for the next question. Okay? All right. Be diligent. Don't be lazy. Okay? Do not just write down my answer. When I explain it, it seems right? It seems easy. So you think, oh, I understood. But then, what about yourself? You have to try by yourself and then see how much you understood and how many times you can figure it out without my help. Okay? Try. All right, so now compare this 4 and first digit of the dividend. Yes, I know 4 can fit into 8 by what? 2 times this time, right? We know 4 times 8 is what? 4 times 2 is what? 8. Take away nothing. So bring it down 5. So now 4 can fit into 5 by what? 1, which is 4. Take away 1. Bring this down. Okay, we know 4 times 4 is 16, which is we don't have enough cookies, right? We have only 15 cookies. So what is the closest number from this multiples of divisor 4? Yes, 4 times 3 is 12. Take away 3. Remainder 3. Move on. 2 times 1 is 2. Take away 1. 6. We know 16. Take away nothing. So bring this 7 down. And we know 2 times 3 is 6. Take away 1. Remainder 1. Okay. All right, number 10. 8 times 1 is 8. Take away 1. Bring this down. Okay, and 6 times 2 is 16. 8 times 2 is 16. And take away nothing. So bring this number down, 9. I know 8 can fit into 9 by 1, which becomes 8. Take away 1. Bring this number down, 12. I know 8 can fit into 12 only by 1. Take away is 4. Remainder, 4. Okay, number 11. 7 times 1 is 7. Take away 1. Bring this number down, 3. Since I know 7 times 2 is 14, which is greater than 13, so I need to go for what? 7 times 1 is 7. Take away, okay, 6. And bring this 4 down. I know 7 times 9 is 63. Take away 1. Bring this 15 down. 5 down, it becomes 15. 7 times 2 is 14. Take away 1. Remainder 1. All right, number 12. 7 times 1 is 7. Take away 7 is 2. And bring this 7 down, it becomes 27. And 7 times 4 is 28, which is greater than 27. So you need to go for what? 7 times 3, which is 21. Take away 6. Bring this down. 1, 61. We know 7 times 8 is 56. Okay. But you know what? 7 times 9 is too great. Too big number, bigger than this what we have. You have only 61 cookies. You cannot give the 63 cookies, okay, from 61. So you need to go for 56, which is what? We are going to regroup it. Okay, is 5. So remainder is what? 5. Okay. Ooh, we did a lot, right? But this is very simple. Okay, it's kind of like mechanic. So you have to just follow the steps, okay? MSBR, right? Multiply, subtraction, and subtract, and bring it down, repeat, okay? Until you reach nothing to divide, okay? Number 13, there are 8,274 people at an air show. The people are divided equally into 6 sections. How many people are in each section? Okay, so simply you can divide these 8,274 people by what? 6. Now compare this first digit of the dividend and divisor. Yes, 6 can fit into 8, which is by what? 1. Okay, which is 6. Take away 2. Okay, bring this down. 2. I know 6 times 3 is 18. When you take away, it's going to be 4. Because, I'm going to do it. 12, 10 take away 8 is 2 plus 2 is what? 4, and 1 take away 1 is 0. And now I'm going to bring this next number down, which is becomes 47. And 6 times what is closer to 47 but not greater? Yes, we know only 6 times 7 because 6 times 8 is 48, which is greater than 47. So we need to go for 6 times 7, 42. Take away 5. Bring the last number down. And 6 times what number is closer to 54 but not greater? Oh, we have exact number, which is what? 6 times 9 is 54. When you take away, nothing. Yeah, that doesn't make this makes sense because people you cannot divide one person into half, so there will be no remainder. Okay, so 1,379 people in each section. Okay. All right, you be the teacher. Newton finds 120 divided by 5. Is it correct? Explain. Oh, it's gonna be very simple when you even estimate. We know since 120 divided by 5 is 115. That's what Newton says. But we know 5 times, divisor times quotient has to have what? This dividend. So 5 times even 100 is already 500. So this doesn't make sense at all. So the answer is no. Then let's find out what he did mistake. Okay, so first step, compare this first digit and divisor. Okay, 1 is not enough to fit this 5, right? So 5 cannot fit into this 1. So you need to work with this what? 2 digits. Okay, so 5 can fit into 12 by what? Yes, by 2. That was his mistake. So it has to be 10 for the beginning. And when you take away, you're supposed to have 2 in here. And then bring this down, 0. And 5 times 4 is what? 20. So this has to be what? 24. The quotient has to be 24. So what he did mistake? Yes, the mistake was what? Uh, the quotient, the first one. First, multiply when he subtract, okay? Should have noticed his mistake at the step 12, take away 5. Okay, 7 is still greater than what? 7 is still greater than this divisor. So you have to work with the same place value. Okay, so this one, I'm gonna erase it for now. This 1 after 1, look at this. 5 times 1 is 5, and then 7. You still have something to fit in, right? Because this divisor 5 can fit into still 7 by 1 again. So this 1 should go up there, okay? And then you need to work it together, which is 24. So let's say Newton, he forgets. When I think fast, my hands goes like something else. He forgets that he needs to regroup the quotient. Okay, so the autocorrect. Q. So the quotient needs to be 24. Okay, that was it. All right, last page, guys. There are 1,014 toy car tires at a factory. Okay, each car needs 4 tires. How many toy cars can the factory workers make with the tires? Each car needs 4 tires. So find what? 1,014 divided by 4. Okay, so kind enough, they gave us all the clue here. Okay, so we are going to start. Okay, first digit. Okay, 4 cannot fit into 1, so we are going to work with what? 2 digits. Okay, by what? 4 times 2 is 8. All right, and 10 take away 8 is what? 2. And bring this number down 1. And then we know we need to repeat the process. 4 times 5 is 20. So take away 1 left over and bring it down this 4. And 4 times 3 is what? 12. So the remainder is what? 2. Okay, so the answer is what? Yes, the quotient is 253 and remainder 2. Okay, the quotient is 253. The factory workers can make 253 toy cars. The remainder is what? 2. So that means what? There are 2 tires left over. You make sense? You understand? Yes, remainder that means what? You have only 2 tires left. So you need 4 tires to make a toy car. So with these 2 tires, they cannot make it. Okay? So now number 15, let's practice more. Principal orders 750 tablets. The distributor can fit 8 tablets in each box. How many boxes are needed to ship all of the tablets? Okay, this is a question. How many boxes are needed to ship all of the tablets? We didn't find the quotient yet, but remember this type of questions, like if you bring the field trip, the entire school, right? And then they can fit into only 8 people by, let's say, the train or minivan. But then if there are 3 people left behind, are you going to just leave them behind? No. At the time, you have to have what? One extra van for 3 people. Okay, so please think about it. So if the tablet can fit in, okay, sorry, only 8 tablets can fit in the box. So if, let's say, like you have 4 tablets left behind, so you're not gonna ship it? You have to, right? You're not gonna throw it away. You pay for it. So you need extra box for even you have 4 tablets. Okay, even though the half of the box is empty, you have to use 1 extra box. Okay, please keep that in your mind. We are not sure how many boxes are gonna be needed in here. So let's find out. We are going to divide this 750, okay, by 8. Okay. I'm gonna write it down a little bit next so we have enough space. 750 divided by 8. Okay, let's see. 8 and compare this 7. 8 can fit into 7? No. That means what? You need to work with these 2 digits. Okay, and then find out. Okay, multiples of 8. Which number is closest to 75? Okay, but not greater. Okay, we know what? 8 times, this is like 8 times 1, we know 8, but you know what? Just use common sense. 75 is way bigger than 8, right? So you don't want to start from 8 times 1, right? At least you need to start from what? 8 times 5, which is what? Is 40. Okay, and then you can continue to add to see the multiples of divisor, which is 8 in here. So 48. 8 times 7 is what? 56. Okay, just continue to add 8, okay? And then 8 times 8 is what? 64. 8 times 9 is what? 72. Okay, we got it here. Since 72 is closest to 75, but not greater than 75, we can use that. Look at this, 7 times. And we need to skip this hundredths place because 8 cannot fit into 7, which is the hundredths place. We are working with this what? Tens place. So you have to write down on top of this tens place, remember. So 8 times 9 is 72. Take away 3, bring this 0 down. Okay, 8, what number is closer to 30 but not greater? Yes, 8 times 3 is 24. When you take away, you have 6 left over. So 6 tablets are gonna be left over now. So you need what? 93 bucks plus 1 more box for these 6 tablets, right? So you need what? 94 boxes. It was long, but it's worth it to practice, okay? Now, number 16, let's move on. An athlete's heart rate after a 5-mile run is what? 171 beats per minute. which is 3 times, okay, as fast as her resting heart rate. What is the athlete's resting heart rate? Okay, since when the athlete run for 5 miles, this heartbeat is what? 3 times faster than what? Just like resting heart rate. So what is the athlete's resting heart rate? You need to divide because since we know this 171 is 3 times greater. So in regular time, like resting time, you need to divide, okay, by 3. Three cannot fit into one, so we need to work with these two digits together, okay? And we know 3 times 5 is closest, since we know 3 times 6 is 18, which is greater than 17. 15 take away, okay, which is 2. And carry this one down is what? Okay, 3 times 7 is what? 21. Nothing. So the answer is what? 57 beats per minute. Okay? It's BPM. Okay? All right. Now, number 17. A car costs $5,749. The taxes and fees for the car cost an additional, which means what? You need to add 5,749 plus 496. A customer uses a 5-year interest-free loan to buy a car. How much money will the customer pay for the car each year? Okay, for 5 years. All right, so now let's add together all the costs, okay? So 9 plus 6 is what? 5. Carry 1 up. And 1 plus 9 is already 10, so I'm going to put this 4 down and carry 1 up. And I know 8 plus 4 is what? Yes, 12. Carry 1 up, 6. Okay, now let's work on it. 6,245 divided by what? 5. Okay, compare this. Yes, 5 can fit into 6 by 1. Take away 1, bring it down 2. 5 times 2 is 10. Take away 2, bring this down 4. 5 times 4 is what? 20. Take away 4, bring it down. And now 5 times 9 is what? 45. Take away, nothing left. So the answer is what? 1,249 per year. Okay, $9. All right, so I want you to practice more. This long division is fun, and it's very like kind of satisfying when you do this multiply, because you know this is like keep doing the same process repeated over again. Okay, so I want you to feel the present to do this division. Long division is fun. All right, your homework is what? 239 and 240. Okay, I will see you guys next time. Bye.